This is Blog the Art Blog, a discussion of taboo, controversial, and singular topics. I am the keeper, David J. Landry. When I was in high school, one of my classmates, who was a photographer, did the portraits for one of the school's events. When the prints came back, he was furious. His photographs didn't turn out the way that he wanted to. And this was back in the days of 35mm photography. He felt that his shots were all wrong, and so he gathered up all of the prints and negatives, and he took them out and he burnt them all. At the time, I thought, how could he do that? Even if his art didn't turn out the way that he wanted it to, these were people's memories from an event that will never happen again. Ever since then, for years, I've been weighing the pros and cons of his decision. Did he have the right to destroy his art? There have always been artists in my life, all throughout my career, who have decided to burn or destroy their art, either as an expression of frustration or cleansing. Whether or not you feel that an artist destroying their work is justified, does an artist have the full rights to their artwork? There was an artist named Keith Haring who painted graffiti on subways as one of his artistic expressions. His artwork has become culturally significant. So great lengths have gone into preserving his graffiti that he did in these subways that he intended to be temporary. That's right. He actually stated that some of his graffiti was intended to naturally decay, to naturally be destroyed. He never intended for it to be preserved. He only painted it as a statement within that time period. And he understood that it wouldn't have the same significance or impact socially that it did when he painted it. So even though he is no longer with us, has his rights over his artwork been taken away from him? And he is not alone. Some of the work of Banksy has been removed from its original location and placed into art galleries to preserve it, also for the financial benefit of the galleries. But once it has been removed from its original location, it no longer carries the same cultural significance that it did in its original location. These were social expressions. Banksy's graffiti is very political. It's meant to be displayed where he painted it. So to remove it and preserve it in an art gallery removes a lot of its cultural significance. Wouldn't it have been better to leave the art alone and allow it to run its natural course, even if that meant being destroyed? If an artist states that they intend for their work to be destroyed, naturally or otherwise, even if it becomes culturally significant, should we, as a society, deem that we know more than the artist and remove their rights and preserve their work, even though they intended it to be destroyed? Because in doing so, are we in fact destroying the intent of the art by not allowing it to be destroyed? Some moments are not intended to last forever. They are designed to be preserved in us as memories, as a beautiful thing from our past that is personal to us. It's not meant to last forever in a gallery or a museum where everyone can experience it outside of its cultural significance. So is it justifiable for an artist to destroy their work? Do they know more about their art and their intent for their art than society as a whole? Personally, I have in the past destroyed some of my art, usually because I had too much of it. I am a very prolific artist, and I end up with so much art that I can't even store it all. And so I have ended up needing to either burn or throw away some of the art that I didn't want or need because I had too much of it, and have been stopped by people who felt that the art that I was trying to destroy was more significant than I thought that it was. Does an artist get to maintain the rights over their art, or is it society's place to step in and preserve what they feel is culturally significant so that other generations can experience what they experienced? Do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one? That's it for this week. Blog will be back next week with another singular discussion. If there are any topics regarding art that you would like discussed on Blog, let me know in the comments. And, as with all social media, comments are not a place for hate or trolling. Doing so will earn you a dismissive pat on the head, followed by, "It's so cute that you believe that." Until next week, remember, no matter what color you paint them, the trees are unhappy.